Amusement parks are a favorite activity among guests in the spring and summer. Most open around April and early May, although some open in March. Some parks have new rides that may persuade guests to come on opening day. However, going to an amusement park on opening day for the typical guest is a mistake. Here's why you should not visit parks on openings. The first reason why you shouldn't visit parks on openings is the timing and the year. You may be confused about what I mean, but let me explain. Most US parks open in early May or mid-April. These dates are in some of the worst weather in the Midwest. Most western parks and southern parks are already open by this time, so this reason doesn't really apply to them. But Midwestern parks are subject to some of the craziest weather. These can include random powerful thunderstorms, crazy temperature changes, and even snow on some days. I'm writing this script on Saturday the 23rd of April in Ohio. It is going to be over 80 degrees today, but in about 3 days it is going to be 41 degrees and rainy. Weather is a big determining factor in a good amusement park day. In my opinion, the optimal temperature is low 70s with partly cloudy skies. That way you can have some block from the sun. You definitely don't want to be caught in a cold storm at an amusement park, as every ride in the park will close. If it's too cold as well, the rides will close. A fine example of this with opening is when we went to Cedar Point in 2019. Only half the rides were open as it was about 50 degrees. Kings Island this year was a little different as the rides were all open, but it went from calm and sunny to extremely windy, cloudy, and cold in the late day when we started riding. Orion actually closed for winds in the middle of the day. One of the biggest draws to going to an amusement park on opening day is experiencing your favorite coasters all over again, but there is a chance that these rides may not be open. Of course, rides may not be open any day due to mechanical issues, but especially the first day of the season, rides may have issues not yet known by the public. Also, rides may not have finished being refurbished. The best example of this year was with the Beast. We knew it wouldn't be open, but I know some people didn't know and were disappointed. We were also worried that not all the rides would be open, especially Racer with the new repaint. We also didn't know if some of the less popular coasters such as Invertigo would be open, as not everyone is visiting yet. This happens at Cedar Point a lot. They don't open Rougarou usually until late May. Some of these ride closings can be about short staff, as most staff members are still in school. Also, if there's a big new coaster at the park, there is a chance it's not ready for opening. That is a slim chance, but there is still a possibility. Speaking of staff members, they can cause some very bad operations during opening day. I mean no offense to the staff members, as every park's operations greatly improve in just a few weeks. Opening day, however, these staff members have minimal training before working. This can cause for some unforeseen issues at the park. We will get to that topic in just a minute, though. I have had countless times where someone was confused about our drink plan or dining plan, and we had to get another staff member to help us. This is also true on the rides, where dispatches take longer due to staff. Again, this isn't the staff's fault, as they had minimal training and this is their first time interacting with guests. It definitely improves as the year goes on. Opening day is almost like a test day to make sure everything is working properly for the season. Because of this, there are some unforeseen issues. Some are from the rides. A few years ago, we were in line for Dragster, and it broke down a lot more than it usually does. But this year was another issue that we weren't expecting. Kings Island opening day for pass holders, which is when we went, was only open for 7 hours. So we were kind of upset when an hour and a half was wasted trying to figure out a problem with our passes. And it wasn't just us. Tons of other groups had the same issue with their passes. The food and drink plan on our passes weren't scanning, so we first went to the help center at the park in order to fix it. They said it worked perfectly fine, so we went to Action Zone to get our food. They did not work. We had to wait another 30-ish minutes in line for guest services in order to get it fixed. We weren't expecting this, and I'm sure other people had issues that they weren't expecting either. Sometimes, especially on opening day, problems no one expects to happen occur. Perhaps the biggest issue on opening days is the lines. Everyone in the area goes, as opening day is almost a welcome party to summer. This means that lines are insane. Racer, which is usually a station wait, was spilling out of the queue. Top Thrill Dragster in 2019 was also almost out of the queue. This year at Kings Island, we waited almost 30 minutes for lunch at La Rosa's Pizza. It was almost hard to walk around the park just because of the amount of people. The lines on top of the poor operations and breakdowns makes lines move slow as well. The only time I would really recommend visiting on an opening day is if you want to get footage or videos, which is what I usually do. Other than that, I would stay away from park openings because you won't be riding much of anything unless you wait. Operations, long waits, weather, and unforeseen issues may ruin your visit. Just wait a few weeks. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Hopefully this video taught you something. Comment if you enjoy park openings and have a great rest of your day.